Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar session today, Creating Learner-Centered, Technology-Rich Lessons with Trox and ViewSonic. We're still waiting for a few people to join, and while we wait, I would ask that you take a couple of minutes to answer the poll questions I will launch momentarily. The poll is designed to help us understand who is participating with us today, your experience with interactive displays, and your learning objectives for the session. This allows us to make sure we direct the presentation to your specific needs. So I will mute myself for a couple of minutes while we wait for the others to join, and I ask that you answer these few questions. I will be back within 2 minutes. Welcome again, everyone, and thanks for your patience. We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us today for this interactive session, and we'll do our best to make sure we provide value throughout the session. My name is Allison Gonzalez, and I'm your host today. Although Stan from ViewSonic, I will introduce shortly, will be doing most of the heavy lifting. We hope to make the session as interactive as possible, so please use the question and answer feature to pose questions throughout the session. We will do our best to answer any questions before the end of the session, and any questions we can't answer today, we will get back to you within 24 hours. We will be recording the session today and providing the link to the recording to you within the next 48 hours. Today's agenda is as follows. We have the poll questions that are still currently up, so if you have not yet answered the poll questions, please go ahead and do so. I will be introducing myself, and we will be introducing Trox and tell you a little bit more about our company. Then we're going to jump into MyView board software for education with Stan. We will be discussing MyView board, what's next, and we will be ending off with a Q&A session. I thought we can spend a couple minutes telling you a little bit about the new Trox. For the last 8 months, we've been working to bring together two great edtech companies in order to provide the best value to IT managers, teachers, students, and administrators. We are happy to let you know that this work has led to the creation of Trox, a company focused on helping educators engage curious minds and improve learning outcomes. Trox provides complete technology ecosystems with one goal in mind, improving learning outcomes. This focus demands the best of ourselves, our partners, our products, our services, and our processes. We drive everything with passion, people, and purpose. We work hand in hand with educators to connect students to a love of learning and set them on the path of lifelong achievement. The merged company now serves more than 70 million students across North America. More than a third of all districts buy through us, and we provide a full breadth of EdTech solutions. We work with more than 500 technology partners with a wealth of experience in all areas of EdTech. We are providing leading-edge, best-in-class solutions in a wide spectrum of areas, including all areas in AV solutions, which include projector solutions for all of your requirements for the classroom, meeting room, and auditoriums, audio solutions for all of your requirements from classroom solutions to school safety systems, digital displays now trending in education both in classrooms and throughout the school for digital communications, interactive flat panels, one of the fastest growing sectors we see in education, accessories including mounts, carts, cables, anything you need to complete your AV requirements. We also provide design and installation services if they are required. No job too big or too small. One-to-one learning solutions. A wide variety of Tier 1 brand device for students and teachers, both new and recertified. Design and deployment services. Industry best warranty coverage options. Trade-in programs. EdTech as a service offering. Device and classroom management tools, and a huge catalog of professional development offerings.
I'll be right back.
Collaborative learning includes STEM offerings, furniture, esports, application and tools to enhance student engagement and improve social emotional learning. We have specific solutions to help educators manage their assets or improve campus safety. Above and beyond the great products we sell, we provide a full suite and related services to assure our customers have a great experience and get the most out of their technology investments. This is about the students and improving their learning outcomes. My role at the organization is to provide support to our sales force and their customers. I work with customers like yourselves to understand your needs and with EdTech manufacturers to support best of class solutions we offer for the needs we see in the classroom of our customers. I think it's safe to say that the benchmark in almost every solution we offer is, will this improve student engagement and learning outcomes, regardless of how cool the technology can actually impact these critical elements? I think we all know that it's harder than ever to find something compelling enough to grab students' attention, considering all of the technology we are surrounded with. As classrooms continue to become more technology advanced, instructors need tools that allow for easier facilitation and improved student engagement. Clear, direct, and most importantly, easy-to-use technology is key. The trick here is to make it easy for the teacher and the learner. It has to work right every time. Today, we will talk about ways to flip learning on its head with a ViewBoard, digital whiteboard. We will show you how to create and share interactive content that puts students at the center of your class. As our friends at ViewSonic say, a new era of teaching that integrates multimedia and information sources has begun. In fact, interactive whiteboards have astonishing potential to make learning more engaging and effective in many surprising ways. With that, I'm going to pass this off to someone who actually knows what they're talking about, our expert for today, Stan from ViewSonic.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. My name is Stan Klebanoff. I'm the Business Development Manager in ViewSonic in Canada, but I work with the Canadian and the US team. Today, we're going to talk about MyView software and the ViewBoard interactive flat panels. We're going to talk about the software mostly, but before we do that, I'm just going to do a very short presentation here on the hardware, just so you're up to speed on the capabilities of the hardware, because it's kind of a combination of both. First of all, just so everybody knows, a little housekeeping, everybody's on mute here. If you want to ask questions, just put them in the chat window and I'll get to them at the end. And you know where you've got the arrow here, you can see how you do a chat in Zoom. Somebody's chatting already. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about ViewSonic. We've been in the business, in the display business, for about 32 years. We've got over 3,000 product awards for innovations. Many of you will remember how we started in the CRT business, but we've since grown. ViewSonic does everything in the display business. We do monitors, gaming monitors, we do projectors, we do interactive flat panels, we do video walls, commercial displays, kiosks, any display related product ViewSonic does. We're here today to talk about the interactive whiteboards, which our brand name is ViewBoards, and we've grown about 400% in the last year, and we're in the top 3 in North America because of the incredible power of this product and the software that we have created. This is ViewSonic software, not just software that we've added in as a bundle. We have 50 software engineers that have worked on this product for years, and we have over 1 million users now, teachers that are using this product in businesses. So before we talk about the software, let me just tell you a little bit about the ViewBoard. They do come in 55, 65, 75, 86, and 98. We have last year we released a 98-inch interactive panel, which is incredible. All of them share the same specs, similar to what you would expect anywhere in the market, really. We all have 4K resolution. We all have 20-point touch. We can put in a slotted in PC, an OPS slot PC, if you want to add a Windows PC or an Android operating system with more power, or a Chromebox. Lots of options. They all have 7H hardened anti-scratch and anti-glare glass, quad-core processors with 16 gigabytes on board. We have a different series. So the one that's most popular that we're selling in, especially K-12 and post-secondary, is the 50 series. On the right-hand side, you can see an image of it. this is what it looks like when you turn it on. It's an Android-based operating system. We try to keep it as simple as possible. So there are 4 icons on the screen. Left to right, you've got Chromium. So if you click on that, you've got a built-in browser for surfing the internet. Then you have VCast Receiver, which is our casting application. I'm going to talk about that in a couple slides. MyView is our whiteboarding software. And this is the Android version that's resident built in on the panel. We also have a free download of the Windows version, which is what most teachers and users are using because it's more powerful. And then we also have a built-in Zoom application, a Zoom client right on the panel. So you can connect a camera to the panel and do Zoom conferencing directly from the panel, share your screen, share your whiteboarding, share your content. So these are the model numbers. They all come with a 3-year on-site warranty. They're being used right now in conference rooms and classrooms and boardrooms. Projectors are coming out and this technology is moving in. We also have a 70 series, which is PCAP. So it's a capacitive touch screen. It's about 2.5 to 3 times the price of the 50 series, which is an infrared technology. It's more of a premium position product, goes head to head against the Windows Surface Hub at half the price. Even though it's 2.5 to 3 times the price of the 50 series, it's still half the price of what Microsoft has on the market. Again, 4K resolution, 20-point touch. This time it's got active pens for capacitive use. So it comes with two pens with a charger on the side, built-in camera, built-in IoT sensor. If that's a future technology that allows presence sensing and temperature sensing, so you can do things like adjust the heating and cooling or lighting in the room based on occupancy, etc. Built-in microphone, also USB-C. So one cable from the panel to your laptop, and you've got power, data, and video. So it's one of the few panels out there that has USB-C connectivity. I mentioned ViewBoard Cast. So when you walk into the panel and you click on the cast icon, this is the screen that comes up. It serves up a 6-digit code. You run VCast Sender on your laptop, which is a free download, and then you put in the code, and then you can send your screen to the laptop. You see in the top right, you've got 4 computers at the same time can be casting to the panel at the same time. It's got built-in iOS AirPlay. It's got built-in Chromecast. So if you want to just share your iPhone or your iPad, just go to your phone, turn on screen mirroring, and it'll serve up the 5-digit code like an Apple TV, and you can cast to your phone. You can cast your Chromebook, you can cast your laptop, your MacBook, all at the same time. You can go back and forth. It's all moderated. You can't just grab the screen. It asks you, do you want to accept this request to send the computer up? You say yes or no. So it's a moderated casting technology that allows up to 4 screens at the same time. That's unique to ViewSonic. Zoom client, as I mentioned, is built in. We have unique on our panels is a USB camera port. So if you plug a camera into this USB port and you're in the Android side and you want to use Zoom, then it will find the camera. If you go to an internal Windows PC, slotting PC, and go to Zoom client there or Microsoft Teams or whatever you want to use, it will also see the camera. You don't have to unplug the camera from the Android side of the panel and put it into the Windows side and go back and forth. So the USB ports on the front where you would connect for connect your dongle or the camera, they're all smart ports and they can be found by the PC or the Android operating system. The software, MyView for Android and Windows, I'm going to demo that for you in a second as soon as I'm finished this, but it is the reason why we are growing exponentially. And it's about, for the teacher, for the end user, it's got some features that are just mind-blowing in how you can interact and collaborate with the people in the room or across the net. We also have some other solutions as far as the MyViewBoard ecosystem. We have a 24-inch touch panel that has the same software as the larger interactive flat panels. So it's got the ViewBoard software built in. You can use this on a podium, and you can have everything connected up, your laptop, projectors. It's got HDMI out, and you can do some front-facing teaching and use your whiteboarding software and casting and all of that. We also have, this is called the ViewBoard Mini. We also have a box that you can add. Let's say you have a interactive projector, older technology sitting in the classroom. You can add this box, the MyViewBoard box, connect it up to the projector, and now you've got casting. So the same casting technology, you've got MyViewBoard, you've got the ability to surf the net, all kinds of things. So now you add the MyViewBoard capability to just a projector that may only just be an interactive projector in the room that you're not running any software on. So this gives some older technology a new life. Accessories that you can get with a ViewBoard: trolley carts, motorized carts, wall mounts. Wireless dongle is extra. We don't include Wi-Fi inside the panel because many applications don't require it and you're not allowed to have it. For example, healthcare, government offices quite often do not want Wi-Fi. You're only allowed hardwired connections to the panel only. So we make our panels with a Wi-Fi dongle. We do recommend you hooking them up directly with a hardwired connection to your network. But if you want to just use it wirelessly, you can. It's under $100, this dongle, so it's not an expensive add-on. We also have a camera, and there's an image of the slot-in Windows PCs. We have different PCs, i5, i7, whatever you want. Slot that into the board, and you've got a standalone interactive panel with a powerful Windows processing computer inside built in. As far as service goes, anything we sell that's over 42-inch has a 3-year on-site warranty, which can also be enhanced to white glove. The white glove service means that if it's mounted on the wall, we'll send 2 people out. They'll take it off the wall, repair it, and put it back on the wall. If it's regular service, it's your responsibility to take the panel off the wall, and we'll service it. But we offer, you know, for most of the metropolitan areas in the US and Canada, we offer on-site service. So that's it. Like I said, only 10 minutes, a little short explanation of who we are and the technology in the panel themselves. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start the software, the MyViewBoard software, which you can hear, fancy intro music. I'm going to stop the share here, and I'm going to reshare the ViewBoard software. All right, everybody can see that. Okay, now I'm on my laptop here. I'm actually not on the panel. Like I said, this is Windows software, but you would hook it up, your laptop or your desktop, to the panel. This is free software. This is no license like Smart. We offer this for free. So what you'll notice is, first thing is that it says MyViewBoard sign in on the bottom right. ViewSonic has a different way of going to market with our ViewBoards, and that is we treat the school or university as a entity. So if you are running a G Suite or you're running Azure, Microsoft Azure, we set you up as an entity and allow you to connect to MyViewBoard so that you can have single sign-on for all your teachers. So what that means is that a teacher walks into the room and signs into the ViewBoard with their school email address and their school password. And to make it easier, we have a free downloadable app for your phone. There it is there. It's you can see in my little window there, it's the MyViewBoard Companion. And when I click on that, the app has a QR code button right there. And I've already put in my name and password on the app. So all I have to do, I walk into the classroom, I point my camera at the screen, flash the QR code, and then you'll notice that right up here in the top left, I'm now signed in as me. So now my ViewBoard is connected to my MyViewBoard account, and I signed in with single sign-on, same as I would sign into my Google Classroom in my school. So I'm opening up on the bottom here the folder icon where I would, create new or open or save as. So I'm going to say open. And when I open, notice now there's two icons. There's the local drive, and then next to it is a Dropbox icon and a Google Drive. So now I am connected to my Google Drive. It's already bound to my account, and that happens automatically. You can set a Google Drive, a OneDrive, a Dropbox, whatever you want, and you're now connected. As soon as I sign into the panel, I'm connected to my cloud drive. So right here, oops, sorry, that window went away. Let me just go back. Here's all my content. So for example, I'll just open up this little spinner board. So I'm connected to my content. This was created by a teacher at one of our training sessions. I really liked it, so I asked him if I could have a copy. He did this in about 10 minutes. It's just a little spinning thing that he, to assign tasks in a classroom. But I'm connected to this content because I signed into my ViewBoard account. When I sign out of my ViewBoard account, it clears the panel, leaving nothing behind, no temp files, nothing. So the teacher signs out, walks away, there's nothing there. A new teacher walks in, flashes the QR code with their phone, boom, they're connected to their cloud drive and their content. So that's the overall structure of my ViewBoard and our ecosystem, the fact that now you're connected to your content, to your cloud drive. But it's more than that. We can do a lot more because of the connection to my ViewBoard. So let me, first of all, there's a menu down here. You can see, I can add, we call them a canvas. This is a canvas here that I'm looking at. I'm going to click on the plus icon and I'm going to add a new canvas, and I can just draw in this new canvas. I can draw, do whatever I want. If I pick up this icon here, which is a hand icon, you'll see that the canvas is an infinite canvas. I can move that off to the side and I can just keep on going. If I want it, I can bring back the old stuff. So I can make this individual canvas as big as I want. If I put two fingers on the screen and bring them together, I can zoom down and shrink that canvas, and I can come back and I can keep on drawing. If I want to come back, I just bring it back, expand it back up. Or if I click on the hand, you can see where I am on that canvas, and I can move around the square to see where I want to be. Down here, go back to here. These arrows, I can click back and forth between the canvases that I've created, just like a PowerPoint slide. So I'm going to create a third one. This is now number 3 over here. So you can see I'm going back and forth between 3, 2, and 1. So let me take you through some of our tools. Like, here's our pen tool. We have all the usual tools you would expect in software like this, but we do have something unique in there. If you see, we've got a brush, we've got pens, we've got highlighters. We also have a tool called the AI pen. You see, that's the one on the far right. I'm going to click on that. Teachers often ask, how do we get content onto our whiteboard? So here's one way. There's multiple ways of bringing content in to create your lesson plans or you need an image. Let's say I want to put a tree. I need a tree for my lesson. I want to put a tree on the panel. Well, bring up the AI pen. I'm just going to draw in the window here. I'm going to make a tree. Now that's a bad drawing of a tree, right? But the software is guessing. That's why it's AI. It's guessing as to what I'm trying to draw. And there's a tree there. I can just grab that tree and stick it on the panel. I can also do a long press on the result, and it does a Google search of the word tree. Now I've got some real images of trees, and I can just grab one, slide it with my finger, and put it on the panel. I'll just close this window. So here we go. Now I've got a tree. I'll just bring it up. Anything I touch on the panel brings up a side menu, and you can see there's a lot of things I can do with this. I could lock it down. I could animate it. I could link it to a website or a document on my system. I could crop it. I could group it, rotate it. Notice there's a blue sky eyedropper icon on the bottom left. That's a color removal tool. That's pretty handy. I'm going to click on that one. I'm going to stick my finger on the blue, and I'm just going to slide my finger. And as I do that, it's pulling the color out of the background. So just like that, I have a tree with no background. So how fast was that? I just do a little AI drawing and images come up, and I have some choices right from Google as for the word tree. If I want to get even more direct, I have a little magic box down here. We call that the magic box, the blue one. If I click on that, there's a whole whack of things across the top, like Post-it notes and math tools. But there's, you see the pictures? I'm going to click on the pictures. That is a royalty-free image search. So if I click in there and I type the word tree, then I search, and now I've got royalty-free images come up, and I can grab any one of those and just drag and drop it onto the panel, and now I've got some trees. So that's a second way of bringing content onto the panel. I'm going to go to a third slide here. Let's go to a third slide. On the bottom right here, I've got, whoops, sorry, get rid of that. I've got shapes. So a simple thing like drawing a circle. Let me show you what you can do in my ViewBoard. You notice that the menu now has a few extra tools on there. I can segment that circle. So I'll just click on it, and I will segment it. I'll say segment it into 6. There you go. Every one of those segments is actually a individual item. So now I can drag that out and do something with it. There's also in the shapes menu, next to the bucket, I can make a custom shape. So if I want to draw my own shape, just draw it, and now I can do whatever I want, and move it around. And so very powerful feature. Next to the shape icon is the text icon. Text is pretty simple, but we also have in here character recognition. So if I just draw on the screen and then click convert, it'll convert it to text. So that's kind of handy as well. Most of these features, a lot of them are on the Windows version of the software. The Android version is kind of a lighter version because you really need the processing power of a PC to be able to do this. Inside that magic box are things like math tools. All the usual math tools are there. Like you just drag and drop them. You can put them on the screen, use them, graphing, dice, just like in Smart Notebook. If you're used to Smart Notebook, they're all there. But let me get back to one of the main features. Because we're hooked up to the internet, we're connected to our cloud drive. There's some pretty powerful things you can do. One of them is QR code sharing. So right here in my menu for saving or exporting or printing, there's a QR code. You see that QR code? I'm going to click on it, and it says share your board using a QR code. Would you like to share it? So let's say you've done your class, you've done all your work, there's been a lot of great stuff on there. You want to share it with your students, whoever's in the room. If you click on QR code share, it's going to take everything that we've done here and turn it into a PDF. And because you're connected to your cloud drive, it's going to put it into your cloud drive in a QR share folder. And now it serves up a QR code. So anybody out there right now, take out your iPhone or your, Chrome phone, whatever. Is it Chrome? What's the Android? Sorry, Android. It's been a while. I only have an iPhone. But take out your iPhone. Just take out your camera app. Point it at that QR code, and you're going to get a link. And when you click on that link, it's going to bring that document down to your phone. So now you can walk away from this. Even though I'm up here right now doing this webinar, everything that I've done can be shared with you with a QR code, just like that. I can also go back to my computer later, go into my QR code share folder, grab the PDF, rename it, email it out, post it on my website, do whatever I want to do. But this is a very fast way of sharing your notes for people that are in the room right now. Let's see, we got a chat. Let's see if where's my chat window? I'm not seeing my chat window.
Okay, I can read the question for you. It's not a
Yeah.
problem. So it says, can the MyViewBoard application be used on a PC while connected to the interactive display via display? Is the touch capabilities passed to the PC?
Yes. So there's two answers to that question. If you connect to the ViewBoard using the VCast software, then the touch communication also goes back and forth. So as soon as you're connected, not only are you sending your video up, you're also sending USB connection. So you do not need to stand by your laptop and click through your PowerPoints or use your PC. You can go right up to the screen and touch that screen, and now you're controlling your PC. And if you switch back and forth between the 4 computers that are hooked up to the ViewBoard, then you're now connecting to those 4 computers via touch, depending on which one you've given priority. So that's the answer, number 1. If you run MyViewBoard software while you're doing that wirelessly, the drawing could be slightly laggy because you're doing it in real time on your laptop, but now you're going over the network wirelessly. So if you're doing the whiteboard software, I would recommend that you hard connect to the laptop, and you do that by connecting 2 cables. If there's somebody that walks into the room and they're not on your guest network for Wi-Fi and they want to do a PowerPoint, you have two cables connected to the ViewBoard. One is HDMI and one of them is USB for the touch communication. As soon as you connect those 2 cables, you can stand up at the ViewBoard and do your presentation and control it. And the ViewBoard has 3 HDMI, 3 USB connections, so you can have multiple computers hooked up at the same time. Okay, I hope that answers your question on that. So you can see, anybody out there want to just through the chat confirm that they received the what I've created, all this wonderful, fantastic, how's this looking? Trees and spinners, and you got all the notes. It all looks good to you. Somebody is.
Carlos got it.
Yeah, we got it. Great. Okay, so let me show you a few other things that are really spectacular about this software. For example, you see these microphones down here, right here, these microphone icons. This is something that's a very badly drawn arrow. Sorry about that. The microphone icons allow you to do closed captioning. This is something we had in a latest release. It was a request that we got. It's very cool, especially, like I was just on the phone this morning with a e-learning organization that does a lot of work with deaf people. And so all you have to do is click on that microphone, I turn it on, and as I'm speaking, closed captioning is happening across the top of the screen. Now I see it on my screen. Do you guys see it on yours? Is it coming through on the Zoom call?
Yep, they're saying yes.
All right. So this is a feature that we just added. It's super cool. It's all about inclusivity. Our products, we try to be as inclusive as possible. All our stands are ADA compliant. The infrared touch is something that anybody can use. Literally, a student who can't hold a pen, maybe can use a tennis ball, they can walk up to the panel and write on it. So our technology is very inclusive. I'm going to turn this off because I don't think we need it right now. But you can see it's actually pretty good. It only works in English right now, if you're asking. The languages appear here, but we're working on other languages right now. But to launch, we've only got it going in English. Okay, so that's closed captioning, a new thing. We also have, how do I get rid of that? It should turn off, but maybe the Zoom call seems to keep the top the top closed captioning doesn't seem to want to go away. Okay, top right here is our casting icon. This is another capability of the panel. If I turn casting on, it means that A student in the classroom can send their screen to the panel. You just go to myviewboard.com and say send screen to a panel, put in my name as it appears in the top left, and we can receive a screen. We can receive up to 4 screens. I can also cast out 4 different to students. They can receive up to 4 students can receive the screen. We also have technology where I can include all up to 40 students in the classroom, where when I'm drawing on the panel, all 40 students can see what I'm drawing, and I can give pen control to 1, 2, as many as I want, all of them, so they can draw and I can see it coming back. I can put them into different huddle groups. So casting technology is something that is built into my ViewBoard, and it's a very strong feature. For those of you who are familiar with Smart, one of the things that ViewSonic can do that nobody else can, we can import up to 80% of the competitive file formats in the market. So we can read Smart Notebook, we can read Promethean, Active, Inspire. On both, we can't do animations yet. We can't do Flash because Flash is dead. But if I go to my blue icon here and I connect up to my Google Drive, I have some examples under sample files. Here's some notebook files. Let's bring one up here. This is importing directly into my ViewBoard. You saw how fast that was. This is not a great file. Let me bring up a different one. I wanted to bring up an English one, but here's some I got from a French language school board in Quebec. So here's a better example of some Smart notebooks. So there you go. Every single element on here comes in locked, but you can unlock it. And then once it's unlocked, you can move it around and you can expand it or move it. So all of your Smart files, they don't have to be thrown in the garbage, you know, deleted. You can import Smart files, Promethean files directly into our software. You may have to do some repositioning. You know, in the last 10 years, most of the Smart panels, for example, were 4:3 format. We're now at 16:9 format. So you may have to move it around, but in the end, you can save it under our format, but you don't have to abandon your Smart files. So it's a huge competitive advantage for us. And we're trying to be platform agnostic with our software. And it's one of the reasons why we've had such success is that a teacher who's been in the Smart ecosystem for a long time, they can carry on that work and come into ViewSonic and get all the great things that we offer and not abandon their previously created content. So there we go. The icon down here, by the way, in the bottom left corner, is the background icon. So we can change the background here to whatever color we want. If you want to change the background, you like yellow, you like pink, doesn't matter. Or if you want an image, let's say you want to do some drawing, we can make it a full scale. If you want to create your own custom backgrounds, then you just drop them into your backgrounds folder on your MyViewBoard on the cloud drive, and it's there for you to use. You know, like music teachers, maybe you want to have some music manuscript, whatever you want. When the teacher has a MyViewBoard account, you go on to myviewboard.com and you can set your background that you like, your pen choice, the font you like, the colors, the bookmarks that you use for your websites that you like, your favorite bookmarks, all of that. So when you log into my ViewBoard software, it comes up the way you want it. If you want black writing like this on a white background, you set that. If you want to go, if you want to go green, a lot of people like the old traditional kind of a green board. Maybe you want to go white. If this is the way you want it to look, no problem. You set it up the way you want, save it at my ViewBoard along with your connections to your cloud drive, and it's when you log in, that's the way the panel is set, and you're connected to all your content, all your lesson plans. You can also cast. If somebody out there randomly, just go to myviewboard.com and you'll see a paper airplane icon in the top. And if you click on that paper airplane icon, you're basically saying throw a file to the MyView board. So you're out there somewhere, I don't know what cities you're in. Anybody can just go to myviewboard.com, click on the paper airplane icon. It's going to ask you your name and the view board. And the view board that you want to go to is there. Just put in my name, Stan Klevenoff, and it will, you'll send that file, pick a file off your phone or your computer, like a picture, send me a picture, nothing too crazy. This is a public, not even sort of a private public thing here, but send me something just to show you how that works. What'll happen when somebody sends me a file, if anybody does it, is in this bell at the top right, a number will pop up of how many files are there. And what I can do is I can send one to myself just to show you. I'll grab an image from my camera. Here, I'll take a picture of my mouse. I can take a picture. I can grab something from my phone. I can grab something from my computer. You hear the ring. Now there's a 1. So when I click on the 1, it says Stan Klevenoff has thrown a file. I can just grab that file, drag it onto the desktop, and there's a picture that I just took from my phone sitting right beside my desk. So anybody in the room, anybody in the net can grab a file, a PDF, a PowerPoint, JPEG, whatever, and then send it up to the front of the class, send it to the teacher. Oh, somebody sent me something here. Let's see. Cody has thrown a file. Let's see what Cody sent me. Eagles. Ah, somebody is an Eagles fan. Gotcha. So I'll just bring that up. All right, so you can see how that works. Not only can you send me files, but you can send me your screen. You can share your screen that way. I can share you my screen so you can see it in real time. I could turn on a microphone so you could talk to me. So it's kind of like having a video conference within the whiteboarding application. So it's extremely powerful. We use Amazon Web Services as the backbone behind MyView board, and that is encrypted traffic. So you don't have to worry about it from a privacy perspective. So that's it. There are other features. Like I don't need to, can't show you everything the software can do. It's pretty easy. You can see how easy the icons on the bottom. I went through most of them. I'm up to, it looks like 20 slides here. Look at that. By the time I've added all the things that I've added, you can bring them up, you can delete them, and then save them. Goes to your cloud drive, and I can pull this up again tomorrow from another classroom just by logging in. So that is how we do kind of lesson creation and Canvas creation. How we've created learner-centered, technology-rich lessons, which is what the topic of the webinar is today, is using this technology that's free, that you can use in the classroom to create the content. And most importantly, this whiteboard is just not a one-way experience. It's now a totally collaborative and interactive piece of software that allows you to work with your students collaboratively. So it's really quite incredible that way, and allows the teacher to ditch the textbook really and just interact with the students in a different way.
What is next is to have a one-on-one discussion to examine your specific needs for digital whiteboards. You will contact your Trox account executive, and if you do not have or do not know your account executive yet, please feel free to email me and put ViewSonic in the subject line. Okay, I'm going to check if there's any questions. I think we're okay. All right, so if there's no other questions, we're going to go ahead and end off the presentation. So thank you everybody for joining us, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.